Good evening, everyone. The Tuscaloosa City Council has now come to order. We're going to begin tonight's meeting with the council prayer, and then if you would, please remain standing for our Pledge of Allegiance. Bow our heads, please. Dear God, bless our proceedings tonight. Give us the wisdom to know what is just and the strength to do what is right. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated. Approval of the minutes.
I make a motion, approve the minutes.
It's been moved and second that we approve the minutes. Voting, Mr. Eatman.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Minutes stand approved. Proclamation statements by mayor and council. Any council announcements tonight?
Yes, sir, Mayor. I'd like to once again invite everyone to a project that's been about 10 years in the making. That's the University Boulevard Streetscape Project, University Boulevard Improvements, about a $27 million project. And I wish we would cut in the ribbon, but we're breaking ground on this Thursday at 2 p.m. Hope everyone can come out.
Thank you, Mr. Piner. Any other council announcements?
I'll be at Jack's Saturday morning. My feelings are hurt, Mayor. Nobody ever comes around and complains about anything. So I'm available Saturday morning.
Just wait, I'll come with you.
Any other council announcements?
Go for practice, John.
Yeah.
They'll show up.
Any agenda item comments by citizens?
No, sir.
Unfinished business, clerk.
This will order demolition of the structure located at 2531 26th Street.
Move adoption.
Second.
Been moved and second. Mr. Williams.
Mr. Mayor, City Council, this is for the condemnation of 2531 26th Street. Condemned June 13th, 2025. This property has 48 housing code violations. The owner has been contacted, is aware of this hearing. The owner is aware that if it's condemned and demolished, the cost of demolition will be charged back to the owner. The owner has completed the repairs to the exterior of the house and has it boarded up. The owner is here to represent.
Okay. Any questions, Mr. Williams? Okay. If the owner would come forward, please give your name and address.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. You would give your name and address.
My name is Carolyn Scott. I'm the property owner of 2531 26th Street, and I have done some projects on this house, and my intention now is to go to the inside and try to do some sheetrock in a living room and the flooring, so I can rent it out.
Council have any questions for Ms. Scott?
Thank you for all the work you've done.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
Really big, major improvements. And I know it hasn't been easy.
No, not working and everything.
Yes,
but,
ma'am.
You know, I appreciate you all giving me the time to do this. Thank you all.
Thank you, Ms. Scott.
Any recommendations from the inspections department?
Our recommendation is to vote not to condemn.
Okay. This was a public hearing when it was introduced. Is there anyone here wishing to speak for or against the demolition? Seeing none, the recommendation again is to vote no on the resolution. Voting Mr. Lanier.
No.
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 Demolition fails. Good luck, Ms. Scott.
Thank you all so very much. Y'all have a good rest of your
Thank
day.
you, Ms.
Thank you
Scott.
very much.
Clerk.
This will order demolition of the structure located at 4700 McFarland Boulevard East.
Move adoption.
Second.
It's been moved and second. Mr. Williams.
This is for the condemnation of 4700 McFarland Boulevard East, condemned September 29th, 2025. This property has 46 housing code violations. The owner has been contacted, is aware of this hearing. The owner is aware that if it's condemned and demolished, the cost of demolition will be charged back to the owner. The owner's continued to make repairs. He's completed all of the balcony repairs, started with recovering the balconies to get ready for handrail replacements. And then he'll continue on with the interior repairs. The owner is here to represent his property.
Okay. If the owner would come forward, or owner representative would come forward, and give your name and address.
All right, Cam Parsons, attorney for Skyland Hotels LLC, which is the lessee tenant of this property. Been leasing it since spring of '25. This is Mr. Teddy Lee, who's the owner of Skyland Hotels, who's been overseeing the renovation project. And to date, his company spent $695,000 in bringing this property up to code. And I think Mr. Williams will confirm that it's been some significant structural problems with the balconies were unsafe over the years due to different types of water intrusion and so on. The joists became rotten and so on. So Taylor Construction has rebuilt all of the second-story walkways, I-beams, laminated beams. Anyway, all that's done, and in fact, it passed inspection, I think, of Mr. Williams yesterday or today? Yesterday. Okay. So the contractor at this point is putting the fascia board under the last section of the balcony way. And after that's done, you'll see some raw wood and stuff up there on your monitors. That's about ready to get painted. There's still a number of items that need to be done to finish this out, to bring it up to code. The contractor will be filling in. There's a whole swimming pool on the site that's been covered for a good while. That's going to be filled in. And will no longer be a pool there. That's going to be in just like a lawn area and so on. The part of the work that's been done to date inside, $250,000 worth of interior remodeling. The outside remodeling was cost $440,000. There's still a significant amount of work to be done, and we're here today to ask the council to allow additional time for the remaining items to be finished. Primarily cosmetic work outside, but then again, there's some security measures that need to be done on some of the entranceway doors that will prohibit unlawful jimmying, so to speak, of the locks and so on. Security cameras and what have you. But I think given the amount of work that this new operator, new tenant has done, I think he deserves an extension of time to be able to complete that and then have final inspections by Mr. Williams's department, plus the health department. We've still got to deal with some health department issues in terms of getting rid of like old bedding and things like that. But the place has come along really good. Their security, there was, I think one of the reasons why this petition got filed was that there was no security there for a while, and vagrants were breaking into the hotel. The police department was getting calls, some criminal activity that. Mr. Lee has had security there now. Mr. Williams has been good working with us, pointing out things that need to be done. And so there's a security company from dark to dark, and then there's Mr. Lee's there during the day, workmen are there during the day. So there's one of the things that we really needed to do was have a presence so that vagrants and other people couldn't break into the property, cause more damage. Which has been good for him because he had replaced about 30 windows, and then some person that wasn't stable came along one day and broke about 25 windows out, and that something that he ended up having to pay for. But anyway, we're close, and we're asking that this be tabled now to allow additional time to finish all the remaining code issues.
Any questions for Mr. Parsons?
Any idea how far away you are?
I really think,
The exterior.
Either
of-
cost or
Speak-
time-wise?
speak
or
up.
both?
The exterior with the construction company, they're wrapping up right now. We fell into issue because of the holidays, Christmas and New Year's.
just
A lot of-
how much longer?
I'm thinking 30 more days for exterior, we should be done. Interior, we should be close to that time too.
I'm thinking the exterior work, 3 to 4 weeks. Based on what I've seen, the interior work is probably going to be longer than that. First thing they got to do is get rid of all upholstery-type furniture that's in there, replace that with all new furniture. And then there's a lot of lipstick that needs to be done on the outside. There's been a lot that has been done, but a lot of the air conditioning units are getting replaced. It's going to be a substantial investment that and I wanted to remind everybody, particularly Councilman Lanier, this is a new operator. He's never operated this property. And given the investment that he's made in this, I hope the council will give him the opportunity to bring this up to code and try to make a profitable venture out of it.
Any other questions, Mr. Parsons?
So he's been operating since April, you said?
Yeah,
But,
not operating, he's been remodeling since
so who's,
it hadn't been
is it
open.
the same owner? Is he a new owner? Or he's
I got it under a lease.
Okay.
Tall, the company that had it before, that's an out-of-state company, leased it to him, and they've deferred the rent until he can get a CO and getting open.
I guess my problem is I don't have a lot of confidence in the property owner, number one. And, you know, I don't, we putting lipstick on a pig right now to me. I don't see doing a little remodeling. This place needs to be pushed down, if you ask me. And not, you know, he just got it, he inherited the problem to me, and I just don't feel confident in giving any extension. I pretty much want to see it on the ground. I really, my vote is to condemn. I don't have a long speech for that. I have Chief, if Chief want to add anything to it, but it's been a problem in my district, and I made a commitment to District 7. I mean, I understand he spent a significant amount of money. I trust Virgil, of course, in the work that they do, but they've been working overtime before they decided to do some remodeling. So the owner had it 2 years from now and 2 years ago, and still, you know, now that we ready to condemn, now everybody want to remodel and rush to do a patch job. To me, I don't feel like it's worthy of staying in my district.
With
Problems that come along with it.
With all due respect, Councilman, this really hadn't been a patch job. This has been a major deal, and I think Mr. Williams can confirm that. I didn't ask the contractor to come today. This has definitely not been a patch job. It's been a major construction job. But
I'll speak. My feelings are known on this. I do not stand up here on many properties and ask you to condemn this property. This owner's had this property for some time, and it's just when it's come up for condemnation that something wants to be done with it. I believe what you're going to see with this property is the same thing that's been on this property for 20 years. The citizens around this property deserve better than what is there now. It is a constant problem for drugs, for other activities. It is not good for the city of Tuscaloosa. I understand an investment's been made of whatever number that was just given, but that money is going to go in here. It's going to be a minimum effort, and then we're going to be right back, and y'all are going to be calling me saying, can you please take care of this property? And that's when it's going to come back and say, we have the opportunity to get rid of this property and get something better for the citizens of Tuscaloosa and your council district that live around there. So I fully support to condemn this property, destroy it. Let's move forward for something that can be productive for the city of Tuscaloosa and not the same thing we've had there that creates problem day after day and takes up call volume and harms the citizens of Tuscaloosa.
I agree. So my stance is that we condemn it. I hope
let me just
council
say,
roll with me on that.
unless anybody else has a comment or another question, as a matter of law, we're talking about code violations, and the code violations, for the most part, have been corrected. There's really no safety violations at this point. And yeah, I understand the history. I actually was up here several years ago representing the owner. And so I certainly do not like the idea of our resources having to be wasted on something, but this is a new owner. The code violations have been corrected, the security, so on. I'd like to ask Mr. Williams if he has a recommendation he's willing to make.
Based on the repairs that's been made for the condemnation process, my recommendation is to give him more time because he's done what has been asked of him to do. And that's all I can do.
Mr. Williams, has this property been brought up to code?
It's being brought up to code. It's not 100% because the rails have not been finished, but they are working on that part. That's the only thing that would be left to bring it to the exterior to be brought up to code, is the exterior rails to be replaced, and they had to finish all the repairs to the balconies before they
The
could do
rails
that.
on that section right there.
Yes.
The other rails are up. And those rails will be up before the end of the week.
Does council have any more questions for Mr. Williams or Mr. Parsons or Mr. Lee?
I would just like to say that I support the councilperson's decision for this district, and I think it's a good effort, but a little bit too late. You have to consider what the community has been through up until this point.
I would be willing to make a 30-day, a motion to delay for 30 days if there's a second.
Is there a second?
I don't have one.
Come on,
Hearing-
Councilman.
hearing-
Give me 30 days. Give me a second.
Mr. Parsons, please.
In 30 days, I'm gonna wanna condemn it in 30 days.
Well, it'll be up to code
I wanna
That-
rip the Band-Aid off. Understand?
So the motion fails for a lack of a second. What's on the table is first of all, let me ask, does council have any more questions? Okay, to Mr. Williams, Mr. Lee, Mr. Parsons, thank you. You may sit down.
Mayor, we're going to have a hearing, or we were talking about whether or not it's going to be.
Mr. Parsons, I will get to that. Thank you very
I
much.
was asking for a point of order.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Seeing no more questions at this time, when this was introduced, this was a public hearing. Is there anyone here wishing to speak for or against? Seeing none, any more comments or questions by the city council?
Mr. Holmes, as a matter of procedure, if this council votes to condemn this, the appeals process goes forward, not?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Okay. So, seeing none other from the city council, voting on ordering the demolition of the structure at 4700 McFarland Boulevard East, voting Mr. Eatman.
Yes.
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 No,
Yes.
Yes.
The demolition is ordered. Consent agenda, clerk.
This approves items A through C on the consent agenda.
Move adoption.
Second.
Been moved in second, voting Mr. Lanier.
Yes.
Yes.
yes,
Yes.
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 Consent agenda is adopted. Public hearings, clerk.
This authorizes zoning amendment number 24.
Move adoption.
Second.
It's been moved in second. Mr. Pons?
Good evening, Mayor and Council. This is a rezoning request from Longleaf Engineering to rezone approximately .18 acres located at 1125 19th Street from MR1 to MR2, and this is in Council District 2. Here's the location of the property, close to Harry's Bar, Amtrak Station area. This is what it looks like today. There is a structure currently on the property. Zone MR1, they're requesting to rezone to MR2 in order to construct a duplex. So they are planning on keeping this structure that currently exists today and adding on to the rear of that structure and providing the 4 required parking spaces on the property itself. This does conform to framework. Framework identifies this as multifamily residential, as you can see on the future land use character map. And at the Planning and Zoning Commission on November 25th, it was voted to not recommend this rezoning request. And I can answer any questions that you guys might have.
Any questions, Mr. Pons?
Just was it the parking issue is the main problem that they had, or was there?
Yes, sir. So parking was one of the items brought up. They didn't really prefer the parking in the front of the property. There's going to be a pad there where the parking is, as well as just kind of the amount of building that is on the property itself.
And like I stated earlier in pre-council, this was heard in October and November, and after further consideration with this petitioner, they went back and tried to meet the recommendations that were requested from them the first time, and it just wasn't possible with some issues concerning a retaining wall at the rear of the property. So it wasn't possible to get the parking at the rear. They did also have recommendations from their neighbors stating that they had no issues with it. So I'm in favor of going forward as the renderings are submitted currently.
And the petitioner is here to answer any of further questions.
Any further questions, Mr. Pons? Okay, the petitioner would come forward. Please give your name and address.
Good evening. I'm Tom Sims with Longleaf Engineering, 1927 7th Street, Tuscaloosa, representing Ms. Harrison. Like Zach was saying, we had brought this forward to the commission, and initially they had an issue with the front parking, and we tried to move it to the rear. But there was an existing retaining wall that prevented access, and we didn't have enough room completely to get all four spaces in the back of the property. So we brought that back to the commission, for the recommendation. When we did get the negative recommendation, Ms. Harrison did reach out to several of her neighbors, and she actually brought this tonight as 11 petitions in favor of, what she's requesting. She's trying to meet everything she can on the property. It's a family property for her. She intends to live here. So it's not an investment property. And, we actually also conceded to try to do some additional landscaping out front to kind of offset the parking issues that we had as well. So if you're any questions, I'd be happy to answer.
Any questions, Mr. Sims? All right, thank you, sir. This is a public hearing. Is there anyone here wishing to speak for or against zoning amendment number 24? Seeing none, any more questions from the City Council? Seeing none, voting, Mr. Eatman.
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Yes.
Zoning amendment is adopted. Clerk.
This authorizes execution of an amended development agreement with North River Hospitality, LLC.
Move adoption.
Second.
It's been moved and second. This is a public hearing. Is there anyone here wishing to speak for or against? Seeing none, voting, Mr. Lanier.
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
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 Resolution is adopted. Clerk.
This authorizes execution of a development agreement with Jack's Family Restaurants.
Move adoption.
Second.
It's been moved and second. This is a public hearing. Is there anyone here wishing to speak for or against? Seeing none, voting, Mr. Eatman.
Yes.
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 No.
Yes.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Clerk.
This authorizes execution of a project redevelopment agreement with Alberta City Land.
So move.
Second.
It's been moved and second. This is a public hearing. Is there anyone here wishing to speak for or against? Mr. Pate, if you would, come forward and give your name and address.
What an opportunity. I'm going to try not to read, but Councilman Tyner, you've been an unbelievable advocate for Alberta City.
Yes, sir.
As you saw with your landscaping tonight. Councilman Lanier, unbelievable advocate for your district and the redevelopment of the south side. I've been off in Europe for about 10 days with snow about that deep. I've had a lot of opportunity to just spend time thinking about the two projects, this one and the one that'll come up next. If you'll bear with me, while I was looking for Frosty the Snowman. He's hidden in all that white snow, he can't find him. But I'd like to say to this council and to this city that I see this as one unbelievable, incredible opportunity to leave my fingerprint on this city. You know, it's a huge responsibility on my part and my team's part. And I want to promise you that I accept that responsibility. And me and my team are poised to deliver. And over a decade ago, I accepted the challenge to redevelop the former McFarland and maybe rehab the property. As I thought about it, I decided that that was the wrong thing to do. And that decision was the wrong thing financially. Took a lot of dang hard days to stand the cost to redevelop the property. That was the right decision for the city, not only the city, but for the region. Now, don't misunderstand me. A Dollar Tree can be very formidable. But I knew it was a matter of time that lease had a legal right to be there. And, we got to the end of it. Dollar Tree was happy. I was happy. I remember a post that I'll never forget. A woman said on that post, Dollar Tree was holding on to that side like a hair on a biscuit. And I won't ever forget that. But waiting, as I said earlier, was for the greater good. And I think all of you know me well enough to know I've got the resolve to stand up and, try to do the right thing. Dollar Tree got to the end. We tore it down like Pac-Man. My team was, the unbelievable. I'm proud of. Today, I'm stronger to do something like this. I'm more experienced, and I got the benefit of not only this, I believe this council choose to vote for it, but a lot of strategic partners. And if you choose to vote favorably on this project and the next project, I promise you, my team will not disappoint you. I've made the decision I'm going to take the upfront risk. Project X happens, some people under a confidentiality agreement know what Project X is. It's going to be a heck of a financial challenge, but I'm going to take it. Had the opportunity to put together 88 houses to do a project in town called Midtown. I thought it got me ready for this. Tough to do, but look what we have today. It's risky, but what do they say in Texas? Hold them, all in. Mm-hmm. So that's where I'm at when it comes to this project. I'd like to reflect for a moment. I think reflection is good. And I'd like to, just for a minute, talk about the history, because these two sites have a lot of important history. There are a lot of people that we know that were visionaries, that were risk takers, that were committed to do things. And I'd like to just remind all of us who they were and what happened. Alberta City, Councilman Downer, I don't know how much you know about the history of Alberta City. Take a minute to walk you down that path. Alberta City goes all the way back 1908. 1908. And there was a fellow by the name of J.M. Kicker constructed his home out there, 20 acres. And they built Kicker Roads. And as a little boy, it was thrill hill to me. You get some negative G's you went fast enough. Of course, I was a passenger back then, but I want to be the driver and have the accelerator. 1914, G.B. Wright, he named the little fledgling community Alberta after his wife. So that's love when you start naming what was going to become the most important part at the time of the city of Tuscaloosa. It wasn't anything out there but woods back then. And what happened? The Warner family, risk takers, built a paper mill named Gulf States Paper. What a family. They made money and they gave back to this community till Mr. Warner passed away. I think all of you knew Jack Warner. The only job I ever really wanted is I wanted to run that paper mill. That's the only job. They had a big, beautiful office out there and a huge paper mill, and I thought if I could get that job, I'd do it for free. Next door to it was Ryder Truck Terminal. Now, that was when they had lots of trucks and moved them over the road. Next to that was the Shell plant. In the Vietnam War, my dad worked there. I had the opportunity as a little boy to see those big presses kicking out those big casings. Next to it, Central Foundry, one of the largest cast iron pipe manufacturers in the country. Another great man, Lloyd Wood, in Central Foundry, had trouble, put together a group of Tuscaloosa businessmen. They took a risk to save it. Didn't work out. But when I came along in my business, I still remember there was 1,000 horsepower, 900 RPMs electric motor there, and I just had to have it. But a fellow by the name of Al Grayson from Oklahoma, he made me pay. But darn it, I was going to get it. Gulf States ended, and that took a lot of jobs away when they closed the paper mill. Again, I had an opportunity to buy some of the equipment there and made the money that helps me be here today. Next door to that, Empire Coke, another great employer. Made Coke, make steel. Great business, ultimately ended. Next to that, Warrior Asphalt, a fellow by the name of Tom Charette. Now, these are people that took a risk and helped create jobs that helped bring Alberta City to its greatest. Next to that, chemical plant. Next to that, Ryco Chemical. What happened in Alberta City? The books say 1,600 to 2,000 houses built. One of the biggest annexations to this city was when Alberta City was annexed. On October 24th, 1957, the year I was born, a few months before, Leland Shopping Center was built. Leland Shopping Center was the first modern shopping center in this community. Let me tell you a little bit about it. I was young,
Mr.
but
Payne, if I can, I hate to interrupt you.
give me a few minutes now.
I need permission from my colleagues.
Yeah.
Would you like me to extend the time?
Yeah, I want to hear the rest of this story.
I mean, they're great men, and it's history here, and it's important when you decide to redevelop this property, and you have to walk in the footsteps of these guys. But Leland did Leland Lanes, okay, bowling alley. As a young guy, I spent a lot of time in the gutter with a bowling ball. The Pizitz family came along, made an unbelievable investment. I think that's where I got my first pair of corduroy pants, and I hated them. I absolutely hated them. Finger licking good Kentucky Fried Chicken, Jack Marshall, the Smith family, Krispy Kreme, you got to see him make. First one. Moonwings. Now, don't tell anybody, but I might have spent a couple of nights there. The Lamplighter, a great restaurant. So I applaud Councilman Tyner's effort to bring this community back to its greatness, and I'm there to be a part of it. One of the conditions is we're returning to get rid of the asphalt. The machinery is sitting there. The slab, there's 6 months in this agreement, the slab, the asphalt. Give me a week and watch what begins to happen if the rain goes away. So that gives you a little bit about the history of McFarland Mall, Alberta City. Let's run down to McFarland. Two great men, Ward McFarland. That road's named after him because he was a visionary. He was a risk taker. A great pleasure to know Jim Hinton Sr. He made a lot of money. He stepped in with Mr. McFarland and what they do, they created McFarland Mall, which was the first indoor quarter mall in the state. Great men again. I have the privilege to redevelop that site in the shadow of a bridge that the governor and other people chose to name it after my father. I can't fail there. So tonight, if y'all show the confidence in me to vote, y'all know the reasons. Great men, great risk takers. I have the opportunity to walk in their footsteps. So again, Mayor, I took a little bit of time, but we had to see what motivates a guy like me and who was there before me. And I can only imagine 68 and a half years from now, who might be standing at this podium redoing what I've done. So thank you very much for your patience.
Thank you, Stan. Any questions or comments from the council? Thank you, Mr. Pate. I saw Mr. Tyner's eyes light up.
Yeah.
Well, so reflects, really, mine did too.
Let's go do something great. This is a public hearing. Is there anybody here wishing to speak for or against? If you would, please come forward and give your name and address.
Hi. Most of you know me. I'm Lib Davis, 2427 10th Street East. I've lived in Alberta for almost 25 years now, got our house there, right actually down the street from Leland. So I remember it. I remember what it was like. We went through the tornado. We lost part of our house in the tornado. I'm sitting here with 8 pages of legalese. Now, y'all know what legalese is. Legalese for $35 million in incentives. Absolutely great. Nothing wrong with incentives. If we have people with a vision, like Mr. Pate says he has, for Leland, we need something done at Leland. I know that there have been at least 2 other proposals for Leland Shopping Center that I've followed through the years, 2 other investors that wanted to do something that it didn't work out, at least 2 that I know of for sure. My issue that I have with this is it's $35 million of what, okay? Now, I know that there's things in the works. I've talked to Kip, talked to some other people. There's things in the works that are privileged information that are part of a confidentiality agreement. There's nothing wrong with confidentiality agreements, okay, to an extent. But if we are saying that we want to give Mr. Pate, and like I said, a man with a vision, he's done great things for the city of Tuscaloosa, there's all kinds of projects. Does Leland absolutely need something? Absolutely. Do we want to invest in that? Absolutely. Do we want to give incentives for this? Absolutely. But as someone who lives there, and I don't want to use an old expression that my dad used years ago, are we getting a pig in a poke? What are we getting for this type of incentive? There have been other projects through the years that have applied for incentives where they had to give all kinds of detailed information. Sometimes they got it, sometimes they didn't. But there was always information. So all I'm saying is this. I had to go digging for this. I know it was on the website. It took me a little while to find it. I got some help finding it. And usually I'm pretty good at research. So all I'm saying is, yes, do I want this? Yes, absolutely. But I think that the people of the city of Tuscaloosa, and especially the people of Alberta City, we want to kind of know what all this incentive is going for. We're a community. I know Mr. Tyner would not, Councilman Tyner would not steer us in the wrong direction. Absolutely know that. But I think that it is an opportunity, and the people of Alberta need to know what $35 million in incentives is buying us. And that's basically what I have to say. I have trust in the council. I have trust in Mr. Tyner that this is going to be a positive thing, okay? I know that. I know, Kip, you would not do something that isn't positive for Alberta. But I also feel like we, as the voters of the people and the taxpayers and the property owners in Alberta, should have an idea of what the vision is.
Thank you, Ms. Davis. Anyone else wish to address their city council tonight? If you would, please come forward and give your name and address.
Jay Welburn, 913 Monmouth Road. I had no intention of getting up and speaking. I plan to just be here and listen tonight. I have no idea of what all this entails, but I do believe, and I don't have any interest in standing in Mr. Pate's way in his great vision, but he did leave off a little part of history when my dad and his partner, Ronnie Baker, went to Alberta 20-plus years ago and tore down a grocery store and rebuilt a new one in place and never requested any of these types of incentives. And my one request, again, is if we were doing this project, we would have to stand here and show exactly what's going to happen and what our intentions were in order to receive this type of incentive package. And we're going to go past this with no information that's public moving forward. My only request is, again, great visionary. I hope he follows through with a wonderful plan for Alberta. I lived in Alberta City until I was 17 years old when my parents moved to the south side of town over on 35th Street. Alberta means something to me personally, and I'll back that up by saying with these type incentive packages, at some point, local has to matter. These projects are being passed off to large corporations, and businesses like ours have been making investments in this community for 25-plus years and have not received one penny of economic incentives. I just request as y'all move forward, and we're being told that there's concerns about these type projects and these types of incentives as we move forward, when small businesses like ours that are local and have poured our heart and soul into this community come to you one day with a similar request, don't make us stand here and tell you every single detail of the project either. Give us the same consideration that you're going to give these large corporations and make sure that you have the same thoughts that we do. Local has to matter. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you.
Wells. Anyone else wish to address City Council? Seeing none? Sure. Seeing none, any other comments from City Council? Seeing none, voting, Mr. Lanier.
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Resolution passes. Clerk.
This authorizes execution of an amendment to the development agreement with Encore Tuscaloosa.
Move adoption.
Second.
It's been moved and second. Voting, this is a public, thank you, Mr. Holmes. This is a public hearing. Anyone wishing to speak for or against? Seeing none, voting, Mr. Eaton.
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Good luck. Resolution and ordinances not of a general nature or permanent operation. Clerk.
This supports a sales tax rebate to North River Hospitality LLC.
Move it. Second.
Been moved in second, voting Mr. Lanier.
Yes.
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 Resolution's adopted. Clerk.
This authorizes the purchase of equipment, supplies, or services from Southern Water Technologies Incorporated.
So moved.
Second.
Been moved in second, voting Mr. Eatman.
Yes.
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 Resolution's adopted. Clerk.
This authorizes a professional consulting and related services contract with All Star Talent Incorporated.
Move. Second.
Moved in second, voting Mr. Lanier.
Yes.
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 Resolution's adopted. Clerk.
This authorizes professional services contract with Peregrine Technologies Incorporated.
So move.
Second.
Moved in second, voting Mr. Eatman.
Yes.
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 Resolution's adopted. Clerk.
This amends the resolution regarding the sale of the Hopkins Building warehouse and ratifies the mayor's signature.
So moved.
Second.
Moved in second, voting Mr. Lanier.
Yes.
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 Resolution's adopted. Clerk.
This authorizes an amendment to the real estate sales contract with S&D Properties LLC.
Motion.
Second.
Been moved in second, voting Mr. Eatman.
Yes.
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 Resolution's adopted. Clerk.
This authorizes the CFO to draw a draft for the Kicker Road Sidewalk Project right-of-way acquisition.
I make a motion. Mayor, may I say something about
Yes,
this
sir.
before we vote? This is a proposed sidewalk long needed, also for Kicker Road. And I'll just say, if people are watching, we're trying to move forward in a timely manner, but we still have so many people out there that have not responded to the letters concerning the right-of-way here. So if you're watching, Ms. Barnes especially tonight, make sure, we can't take the next step until people get their paperwork back to Mr. Bobbitt and the city so we can continue these right-of-way acquisitions and then move on to the next step.
Thank you, Mr. Tyner.
Second.
Okay, we have a second. Thank you, Mr. Eatman. Voting Mr. Lanier.
Yes.
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 Resolution's adopted. Clerk.
This authorizes a contract with NEC Corporations of America.
So move.
Second.
Moved in second, voting Mr. Eatman.
Yes.
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 Resolution's adopted. Clerk.
This authorizes execution of work authorization number G925.
Move adoption.
Second.
Moved in second, voting Mr. Lanier.
Yes.
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 Resolution's adopted. Clerk.
This authorizes execution of amendment number 1 to work authorization G825.
So moved.
Second.
Moved in second, voting Mr. Eatman.
Yes.
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 Resolution's adopted. Clerk.
This will authorize a minor public works contract with Fueling Solutions Incorporated.
So move.
Second.
Moved in second, voting Mr. Lanier.
Yes.
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 Resolution's adopted. Clerk.
This will authorize a minor public works contract with Deason Incorporated.
So moved.
Second.
Moved in second, voting Mr. Eatman.
Yes.
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 Resolution's adopted. Clerk.
This authorizes a professional services contract with Fast Signs of Tuscaloosa.
So moved.
Second.
Moved in second, voting Mr. Lanier.
Yes.
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 Resolution's adopted. Clerk.
This will authorize a minor public works contract with Miscellaneous Metals and Fabrication LLC.
So move.
Second.
Moved in second, voting Mr. Eatman.
Yes.
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 Resolution's adopted. Clerk.
This authorizes a minor public works contract with Civil Works Construction LLC.
So moved.
Second.
Moved in second, voting Mr. Lanier.
Yes.
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 Resolution's adopted. Clerk.
This authorizes a contract with TTL Incorporated for as-needed geotechnical consulting services.
I'll make a motion, and can I say something else again, Mr. Mayor?
Of course.
This is an example here of why we're able to break ground this Thursday, because that was a long stretch of road from Arcadia to Redmont Drive, and whatever the time was projected, I think it was a year, we were able to do it, and thanks to Mr. Bobbitt's work, and I did make a few calls, half the time. People didn't think that would be possible, but we were able to do it because of the work of staff and especially Mr. Bobbitt. I know he likes to, make sure Other people get the credit, which they deserve too, but again, by people responding, getting their paperwork in, if that wasn't the case, we wouldn't be able to actually break ground this Thursday.
Absolutely agree. Voting, Mr. Eaton?
Yes.
I need a second.
Yes.
Yes.
You didn't get a second.
Yes.
Yes.
Mr. Eaton, I think you also seconded it, correct?
I did.
Yeah, there's your second.
Oh, my.
I thought I heard
I
you
did.
from way over here. Thank you, Mr. Eaton. Clerk.
This authorizes a professional services agreement with TTL Incorporated for the University Boulevard East Roadway Improvements Project.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and second. Voting, Mr. Lanier?
Yes.
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 Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Resolution's adopted. Clerk.
This authorizes a professional services agreement with TTL Incorporated for the Rice Mine Road Slope Repair Project.
Motion.
Second.
Moved and second. Voting, Mr. Eaton?
Yes.
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 Resolution's adopted. Clerk.
This authorizes a contract with Principal Environmental Incorporated and declares a bid law exemption.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and second. Voting, Mr. Lanier?
Yes.
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 Resolution's adopted. Clerk.
This approves job class specifications for TPD and operations.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and second. Voting, Mr. Eaton?
Yes.
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 Resolution's adopted. Ordinance and resolutions of a general nature or permanent operation for introduction. Clerk.
This authorizes Amendment Number 5 to the fiscal year 2026 general fund budget.
Move adoption.
Second.
Moved and second. Voting, Mr. Lanier?
Yes.
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 Call for unanimous consent.
Second.
Moved and second. Voting, Mr. Eaton?
Yes.
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 Budget's amended. Clerk.
This amends Exhibits A and B of Section 1942 of the Code of Tuscaloosa for IT and operations.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and second. Voting, Mr. Lanier?
Yes.
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 Call for unanimous consent.
Second.
Moved and second. Voting, Mr. Eaton?
Yes.
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 Exhibits are amended. Clerk.
This amends Exhibits A and B of Section 1942 of the Code of Tuscaloosa for
Move,
TPD.
move adoption.
Second.
Moved and second. Voting, Mr. Lanier?
Yes.
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 Call for unanimous consent.
Second.
Moved and second. Voting, Mr. Eaton?
Yes.
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 Resolution is adopted. Auditing accounts.
This
Clerk.
authorizes the payment of bills.
Pay my bills.
All right, Chris.
Moved and second. Voting, Mr. Lanier?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Hear what's going on?
Yes.
Yes.
They're packing up before we're even done yet. You had a light week there, Mr.
Had a very light week.
You did.
I had the flu, so I couldn't spend any money.
I think you and half the city.
I know. It's not fun.
No. Citizens' comments and other communications. Any citizens wish to address their city council tonight? Seeing none, subject to exercise of mayoral veto and ordinances of a general nature or permanent operational, applicable departments hereby ordered to otherwise implement council policy this day and hour.
Move we adjourn.
Second.
Second to adjourn, voting Mr. Eaton.
Yes.
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 Yes.